All right. Hey, so I thought I'd start us off this morning. It's morning for me. Don't know what time it is for you. With stretches, morning stretches. This is what I do every morning. Before I was pregnant, since I'm pregnant, throughout my pregnancy, postpartum, I've been doing it for like 15 years. I keep adding into it and taking out of it. But this is what I do. Gets a little bit of every part of the body warmed up. Hopefully you'll like it. Something nice, quick, easy to do. Hit all the spots. Feel good. Here we go. This guy, we start standing. Put us on a timer. Good. And I start with the basics. Roll your shoulders. Up and back. Nice big rolls. Up and forward. Ooh. Just get things moving. Really let those shoulder blades touch and then drop. Again, if you need them the other way. As many as you want, really, not counting, nothing specific here. This is just for you. The rib cage can move freely. Again, we're not really worried about anything. We're just moving, rolling, noticing what's going on this morning. Good. Head, right ear, right shoulder, left ear, left. Nice wide stance in the legs so you feel comfy. Just let the head move around a little. Good. Soft circles, chin drops down to chest, one ear to one shoulder. Drop it, roll it to the other side. So just forward, no backwards. Gentle. Remember, it might be really early. Check in with your neck if it's tight. Move that jaw around. Good. Ooh, all right. Shoulders are a little warmer. Just going to swoop your arms up above your head. Stand tall. Drop the shoulders. Drag them down. Stand up on your feet. Big, big breath in. Eagle wrap. So this means right under left. Show it from the side. If you can get your palms to touch, bonus. I never have been able to. I'm really tight in my shoulders, but that's what you're working towards. You can also press the backs of your palms together. I just kind of loop onto my thumb. And you want to pull your elbows down, press your heart forward, and now do engage that belly. So we're out of our low back. Good. So just take a big breath in. Breathe out, pull your shoulders down. Breath in. Breath out, pull your shoulders down. Good, last one. Should feel really nice. Keep pressing your heart forward. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Inhale, swoop your arms up above your head. We're just gonna switch it out. Left will go underneath right. Wrap it up. Maybe this grip is easier, maybe it's worse. And also, if this grip doesn't work for you, just grab your shoulder blades. Same idea, right? Doesn't really matter. It's whatever gets into your shoulders. We get really domed in our back, so move your heart forward, shoulders down, belly up, breathe in. Breathe out, shoulders down your back. Breathe in. Breathe out, shoulders down. Breathe in. Ooh. Breathe out, shoulders down. Really tight today, good. Let that go, arms will swoop up above your head. This time you're gonna find a steeple grip. You're gonna put right thumb on top, then left thumb, index fingers touch. That's lie. Pointer fingers touch, and then interlace your fingers. So it'll be left thumb on top, left pinky on top, right thumb on top. You're gonna swoop that up above your head. We wanna get our biceps as close to our ears as possible, but if it made your chest puff forward, pull them forward. Again, I'm tight in the shoulders, so they'll come somewhat in between my cheeks and my ears. We're gonna pick that baby up, pick those hip bones up, stand nice and tall. You're gonna be either feet touching, hip width, or wider, whatever feels good to you. You're just gonna take a big breath in. Breathe out, stretch up and over to the right. Keep pulling your belly in, sending your heart forward. Just gentle side stretch. Breath in. Breath out. Step into your feet. Inhale, lift up, get taller, taller, taller. Up and over to the left. Breathe in. Drop your shoulders, breathe out. Good. Inhale, back to center. You're gonna take your gaze up, so your throat's gonna open. I'll show you sideways. Ribs wanna drop, we wanna sink into the spine. Instead, we're just gonna lift up. So think of this as a lift up rather than a back bend. Yes, you'll start to go backwards, but I want you just to lift up. Pull the shoulders up, drop the shoulder blades down, widen your chest, just keep lifting up. One more, lift up. Good, inhale back to neutral, let that go. Shoulders need some movement, find it. Might be pretty tight. Good, notice if there's a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders. That's what you just put in there, so let that go. We're gonna do the other side. Left thumb on top, right pinky on top, pointer fingers release, hands go up above your head. We'll go to the left first, so take a big breath in, drag your belly and hip bones up. Breathe out, up and over. Just 2 breaths. Breath in. Maybe you melt a little deeper. Inhale back to center. Lift up, exhale over to the right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Inhale back to center. Our back bends, so you're gonna gaze up, readjust the arms, roll those armpits in, lift your gaze up, lift up, shift the weight into your heels. Gentle back bend. It could be super early in the morning, nothing intense. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Let all of that go. Release, roll, shake. Good. So we did our upper level stuff. Let's do our mid-level stuff, then we'll get down to the ground. Feet at least hip width, maybe wider. If you got that belly, go wider. Roll yourself all the way down. And you're just gonna hang out. Ugh, this should feel really nice. Ragdoll-like shape. You can rock forward and back. If you have blocks, you can put them under your head or hands. Anything goes here. I like little side to sides. I like to kind of roll around on my feet. You can drop your head, really bend your knees. Let it feel delicious. So bend your knees, drop your chest, everything softens. Really nice big breaths. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Soften your knees, look forward. You're just gonna walk yourself into a down dog. So you'll plant your hands, feet will step back towards hip width distance if they went a lot wider. And it's the first down dog probably of the day, so bend your knees. Again, if you need some movement, some wiggles, find it. We're not really looking for a ton of specificity here. We're just looking to open up the body. Good, and then settle into your down dog. Widen your toes. Pick those ribs up, hip bones towards the ribs, and just breathe in. Squeeze your armpits in as you breathe out. Breathe in. Press into your fingertips, breathe out. One more, breath in. Breath out. We're just gonna flow that a few times. So inhale, you're gonna shift forward to a high plank. So give or take, hands and feet are same distance. Notice we tend to get really saggy, that hurts, so get out of it. Push through your heels, lift your hips in line with your shoulders, belly in. Think of pulling your pubic bone and hip bones forward, and then give me more through your heart. Breath in. Exhale, downward facing. Good, inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward. And if you need your knees on the ground, do it. So shift forward to high plank, knees down, there it is. Back to upward face, downward facing dog, there we go. Inhale, high plank or knees down. Exhale, downward facing. 2 more, inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Good, exhale back. And that's it, soften your knees down. Child's pose, sink back, widen the knees as much as you need, let the hips sink. Move these guys out of the way. Plant your palms, so really active child's pose. Either palms are gonna push down or you're gonna spider tip, so you're tenting your hands. Forehead is gonna go into the ground. You're gonna drag your shoulders back, push deep into the fingertips, whether the palms are on the ground or not. Pull your hips back and then give your inner thighs a little squeeze. So instead of kind of sinking and melting down, we're gonna keep this really active. Just breathe. Again, breath in. Breath out. Good. Walk yourself all the way up to a seat. Let's get into our wrists. You're gonna take a seat back on your heels. Palms, flip them around so pinkies point in towards each other. I need my fingertips all the way towards my knees. Maybe you can go way further forward. I like to pull them close enough that I can actually sit down on my heels. So again, if you have that belly, your knees are gonna have to separate. Spread your fingers really wide. Rock a little side to side if that feels good. Good. And again, the belly can hang here. We're not being super specific. We're just stretching out the wrist. Fingers go as wide as they can. Only thing I will ask is if you're hyperextended, which means you're getting a bowing in your elbows, I'm not, so it looks pretty straight. But if you're getting this like bubbling sensation, bend your elbow a little bit. You'll get back into your wrist. Again, breath in. Breath out. Good. We switch that out, release it. Tops of the hands go down. Spread the fingers really wide, and you're trying to lengthen the arms here and spin the soft part of the elbows forward. Again, it's early for me. I can't get too much movement yet. That's okay. Whew. Little rocks, little wiggles. Again, just do you. If you need movement, take it. If not, don't. Perfect. Let that guy go. Toes, toe squat. Quick one. Fingertips down. Pads of the toes flip down. Spread the feet out wide. Take a seat back on your heels. Woo. If sitting forward feels like enough, stay. You're fine. You can always take those blocks if you have them. Put them underneath your arms. If not, you can sit upright. We are not here very long at all. It's a couple rounds of breath. Just notice if you rolled into your big toes or rolled into your pinky toes, come back to the middle. Here you will need a little support. Belly in, inner thighs get a little squeeze. Opening the toes. Stay with it. Breath in. And out. Breath in. And out. Good, that's it. Shift forward. Release them. Shake them. Back to the knees, let them go. You're just gonna step forward from here into a low lunge. So your right foot's gonna come towards that right thumb. I need to step wider. If you're Praegers, you will need to. I'm gonna use blocks under my hands, but you don't have to. You can also spider tip your fingers. You're just gonna lift up. And this is gonna be a really mobile low lunge. So you're just gonna move it around. Again, we're not really looking for the anatomy of it. We're just looking to make space. I like side wiggles, some bending and straightening. Yeah, just work through the hip a little bit and then settle the left knee down, push into your right thigh and start to lift your body up. So now get a little more specific. Hip bones go up, really drag and lift, 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 lift into that left hip crease. Let the low back settle itself down. So butt bones are pointing down, head's pointing up. If you want a little more, maybe you push into your thigh. If you want to melt forward, go for it. Just be careful, knee doesn't go too far. Again, this is for you. So maybe you're holding and stretching, maybe you're shifting through. Good, again, just learning. Wow, this side's really tight. Now we have information. Perfect, you're gonna switch, just step back, right foot, step forward, left foot. Low lunge, blocks are there if you need them. You're wiggling and stretching, again, taking care of the body. We're not going for anything deep, just move it. Melt the right knee down, press into the left thigh, just lift up. Maybe a little shift. You can let yourself get a little luxurious here. Good. Perfect. Step back. Feet are going to go, rather I lied. Knees are going to go hip width distance. Very, very, very mild camel pose just to let the heart open. So you'll stand up. Knees and hip bones are in one line. Shoulders and hip bones are in one line. We kind of sink back here. I want you to pull hip bones up, drop your ribs down. Palms of your hands to your low spine. If your wrists are bothering you, I know mine are, I'm gonna make fists instead. You're gonna use your hands or your fists to pull down. It's as if you're sending your clothing down your body rather than pushing into your body, right? We don't want this shape. We want a lengthened shape. So we're dropping the butt bones down. You're gonna roll your shoulders out of the way, pull your belly up and squeeze your elbows towards each other. Already, I'm getting a huge stretch through the front of my chest. I'm pretty tight. You might not yet, so if you want more, gently just start to take your gaze up. Don't worry about going back at all. Again, we're not thinking about the back bend, we're just lifting up. Drop through your shins, lift your heart, squeeze your elbows. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, pick that belly up, breath in, squeeze those elbows, breathe out. Inhale, come back to neutral, roll the shoulders. You're gonna sit in a Virabhadrasana, hero's pose. So it's as if you're gonna sit on your heels. If that feels like enough for you, perfect. If you need a block under your butt, take it. If it's feeling pretty open, you can also open your feet. So the toes are gonna point back, heels are outside of your hips. You're gonna wiggle your butt down to the ground. You'll know right away if that's too much. If it is, come out of it. Knees should be happy. I'm getting no sensation in my knees. I'm getting some stretch through my thighs, a lot of stretch into the shins and the top of the feet. Be careful, some of you have the mobility to point your feet sideways. Please don't do that. You wanna stretch into the tops of your feet, and we wanna keep all of the bones and joints right where they belong. If sitting down feels good, stay there, but keep yourself lifted, so rather than sinking, you're lifting. Legs can also touch, you're sitting on your heels, or you can be on a block. It's just a couple moments here, just letting these joints open, sending breath to them. Again, it might be early in the morning, you haven't moved the body a lot. This is just to get some blood going. Good, breath in. And out. Last one, breath in. And breath out. Good, gently lift yourself up. Shift forward, release the legs if they need it. They probably do. Take a seat. You're going to straddle your legs as wide as they comfortably go. Soften the legs or active, up to you, depends on what you're doing with your day. If you're active, you're flexing or you're pointing, the leg muscles are strong, you can feel them. You're just going to start to hinge forward. So this is a lot deeper stretch through the groin. For me, it's early. I'm going to relax my legs totally, let them go wherever they want to, and roll down. Now I'm more into my back, out of the thighs so much. So I feel some in the groin, but it's a lot more in the low spine. So it depends on what you want. Just breathe. Good, and if you want to play a little bit, I like little side-to-side sways. That usually feels really nice to kind of open things up. If you want some side stretches here, go for it. Just notice that the arm that's lifted, that butt cheek's going to want to lift up. You drop it back down. Just a couple more rounds of breath. You're doing whatever feels good to you. Maybe you're still. Maybe you're waving things around. Good. Roll up to a seat. We'll just go easy on the hips today. So you're going to cross your left leg in. Right leg will stay outside. So it's almost like you're crossing your legs, but you're a little bit wider. I'll show you sideways as well. Right leg is in front of the left leg. Heel is pretty much in line with the belly button. Nice tall seat. You're going to round forward. And just hang. So it's a gentle outer right hip stretch. You might feel a little bit in the left hip as well. Certainly some in the low back. You can activate the feet if you want more, so you really be pushing through the heel, or just let everything soften. Good. Breath in. Breath out. Roll yourself up to a seat. Little shake, little wiggle, switch it out, right in, left out, as far away as it needs. Tall seat, chin to chest, round down. And look, your shape doesn't have to look like mine, right? I have a little more flexibility than normal because I'm pregnant. You might be all the way up here. You might be all the way up here and just sitting. It doesn't matter, right? As long as you're feeling it, that's where you want to be. Breath in. And breath out. Good. Roll all that up. Legs long in front of you. Again, this is not going to be active. It's going to be really passive. So legs can be hip width and they're soft. So toes are going to flop out. Legs are soft. Knees are bent. Move the flesh out of the way. Round yourself forward and just breathe. 3 breaths here. Can you get softer in the shoulders? Breath in. And breath out. Good. Roll yourself up to a seat. You're going to shift forward. So if you're not dealing with any belly at all, you're going to roll down onto your back. If you do have that belly going, you're going to side saddle over onto your left hip. Roll onto your side. You're just going to extend your left arm right away. Send your right arm long. You're already in a really gentle open twist. If you need to adjust your legs, you can. And if you roll down onto your back, just send your knees to the left. Maybe you gaze right. Maybe not. If the twisting doesn't feel good because of your belly, just don't do this. Yeah, you can just lay on your side in a fetal position. Breathe in. Soften your right shoulder down as you breathe out. Good. Feet on the floor. Just lift your hips up, shift them over, and then land on the other side. Arms already where they need to be. A little shift around with this guy. There we go. Twisting needed. Happy baby, Ananda Balasana. Sacrum, back of the pelvis on the ground, feet flat to the ceiling. You're going to grab the pinky toe, the big toe side, or the inside of the knees. It's like you're standing on the ceiling. We like to lift our butt up when we do this, wherever your feet are. Your job is to try to drop the pelvis down, relax the shoulders. Might be a little easier if you are pregnant, right? You get a lot more space there. You feel a lot more open. Good, we're not here long. One more breath in. One more breath out. Good. If you want to extend the legs up to the sky, you can. If not, don't worry about it. Wiggle, roll, shake, shake, shake. If you're pregnant, you're rolling to a fetal position. If you are not, you can rock and roll up to a seat all the way up. Ta-da! morning stretches. That was what? Almost 20 minutes, probably in the 17 once I edit it down. But that's it. You stretched everything out. Hopefully you feel good. No cardio, but just the body opening up and waking up. Bye. I'll see you later.